with my
Reach your leads anywhere, anytime with GetZot Connector. As a marketer, you're always looking for new and innovative ways to reach your audience. However, with so many devices and social media platforms available, it can be a challenge to connect with your leads and potential customers effectively. This is where GetZot Connector app comes in. With our all-in-one marketing solution, you can engage with your leads on any device and through various channels quickly and easily. Let's take a closer look at how GetZot Connector can help you connect with your customers, improve response rates, and grow your business. GetZot Connector is a full-featured mobile app that connects you with your leads and customers through various channels like Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, and Facebook Messenger. This means you can engage with them on any device and through multiple channels, which is essential to effectively reach your audience in today's digital landscape. One of the best things about GetZot Connector is that it allows you to create multi-channel campaigns that are tailored to the specific needs of each subscriber. Your own AI bot to easily craft messages that resonate with your audience and increase response rates. Whether it's using Phone Connect to follow up with a lead, sending a personalized text message or email, or chatting with your customers on Facebook Messenger, GetZot Connector makes it easy to connect with your audience on multiple fronts. GetZot Connector also includes powerful data analysis tools that help you track user engagement, measure how your campaigns are performing, and get insights on what content resonates with your audience. This gives you the valuable data you need to tweak your campaigns so that they're even more effective in the future. Some common questions and objections we hear about GetZot Connector include: Question: Is it easy to use? GetZot Connector is designed with ease of use in mind. Our app is user-friendly and intuitive, and our team is always available to help with any questions you may have. Question: Is GetZot Connector expensive? Our pricing plans are reasonable and flexible, making it easy for businesses of all sizes to use our platform. Question: Do I need any technical skills to use GetZot Connector? Not at all. Our platform is designed to be simple and easy to use, even for those without any technical skills. In today's fast-paced digital world, it's more important than ever to connect with your audience on multiple devices and through multiple channels. With GetZot Connector, you can engage with your leads and customers on any device, whether it's through Phone Connect, voicemail drops, SMS, MMS, emails, or Facebook Messenger. This means you can offer a personalized, tailored experience that resonates with your audience, increasing response rates and help you grow your business. If you haven't already, sign up today and start creating powerful multi-channel campaigns with ease.
Are you missing calls from customers? Missed call text back is the perfect solution for busy business owners who can't always answer their phone quickly. We'll instantly text back a response to anyone who has called and received no answer, so you don't lose out on potential leads or customer inquiries. With our service, you'll never have to worry again about valuable leads slipping through your fingers. All of your missed calls will get an immediate response, meaning more conversions and higher customer retention rates. Plus, this automated process takes no time at all for you. Just turn it on and forget about it. Sign up now to start using missed call text back today.
The book of the day is They Were Her Property, right? It's by Stephanie E. Jones Rogers, and it's They Were Her Property, White Women as Slave Owners in the American South. If you understand history, you understand that history is how we get our interests. Your interests are determined by your history. If you do not have a particular
Jams.
Book of the day is They Were Her Property, right? It's by Stephanie E. Jones Rogers. And it's They Were Her Property, White Women as Slave Owners in the American South. If you understand history, you understand that history is how we get our interests. Your interests are determined by your history. If you do not have a particular history, then you should not logically have particular interests. The thing that hasn't been looked at is the ownership of African people in the system of the forced labor and African human trafficking economy that we call slavery by white women. For some reason, white women have been erased from the historical record as slave owners and as slave masters. In fact, what this book, They Were Her Property, does is it places white women in their rightful role as the not just the procurers of enslaved African people, but as people who profited heavily and developed generational wealth from the enslavement of African people, not just as the wives of white slave owning men, but as actual major slave owners themselves. We know that George Washington became one of the wealthiest men in the colonies because he married Martha Custis. When he married Martha Custis, she was Martha Custis, a white woman, was the largest slave owner in Virginia. The entire slavery system, the entire African forced labor economy that powered the whole world and brought the world from feudalism into modern capitalism was at least in half the responsibility of white women.
Voice of the People, King Jab on 99.1 FM, WJM, 99 Jams, the Bird, Carafesta Radio. Tune in every Thursday at 9 a.m. to hear the best in the Bay, the best radio show in the land. That's King Jab, Voice of the People, WJM 99.1 FM, Carafesta Radio. Call in and join us at 727-637-2416. That's 727-637-2416. King Jab, what you got for us today?
Man, I'm up in here. Yeah, it's cold out there, y'all. It's cold out there, boy. Bundle up, man. What's heading with it? Hey, man, let me take this stuff off. Because it's actually not cold in here. What it is, y'all, this King Jab, Voice of the People, man. We up in it on a good cold Thursday. It's snowing out there, y'all. This is the closest we gonna get to it, man. But if you've been in a snowy environment before, you'll know that what's falling out the sky is not rain, it's raining, but sometimes when that mist, what was falling this morning, was more like a sleet. Like a light sleet. Feels a little bit colder. We'd have got some little icicles on the cars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But Boots with the Fur. Y'all go ahead and run it. The Boots with the Fur, y'all. Shout out to the Boots with the Fur. Y'all actually won the MLK parade. I put a post out there. Auntie had on the green fur boots. They go with the Grinch costume, and she had to drop them things on her outfit, man. Shout out to Auntie, man. Come through on her, man. I see you. I see you, Auntie. If ain't nobody else seen you, man, I seen how you hit them out there, man. I seen how you hit them out there. So let's hit sports, man. We had a national title between Notre Dame and Ohio State. And I'm not really going to touch in on the game, but it's two interesting things that came up. And it's two, and I think these interlocked, they're inexchangeable. It's something that's going on with our college semi-professional sports now, because it's not amateur sports anymore. You're not a student athlete anymore. You're a businessman and a student. Okay, so real quick, Notre Dame, heralded Catholic school, big on religion. It's getting a lot of reports about how they was really just being nasty to the reporters after the game. Reporters asking reporter questions, and some of those questions are not may not be appeasing to your palate after you lost such a big game. And I think it boiled down to a situation where these young men are put in a situation and they're actually getting paid to be in these situations now, but we haven't groomed them far enough in media to learn how to withhold their emotions during interviews in certain things. When you get to professional status, they do interviews every week in the NFL of teams that lost. Reporters are in the locker rooms. You have to be trained and ready and prepared for that. On top of that, Ohio State, the winner of the national title. Hold on, y'all. Almost got a little close. The winner of the national title. I came across an article say how much money did Ohio State spend on its roster? Parents, if y'all got kids, I ain't gonna even say into sports, man, because I'm finna expand this game on y'all for real now. Finna expand this game on y'all for real. Ohio State spent $20 million this year for its roster to win this national title. $20 million. It's roughly 100. They probably suit up about 110 players. I don't know what the split, the breakdown is, but they spent $20 million on their roster. So check this out. Parents, I want you to play this back to your kids. I want you to maybe you listen to this and you relay this message to your kids, or if you feel like the kids ain't gonna digest it, I want you to, play this video. Had a conversation with my cousin about her son, and it seems to be a generalized aspect that these kids are the same as we used to be. They want to get to the bag. They just don't have the avenues to get to the bag. I ain't gonna say they don't have the avenue. They don't have the drive and the will that we had. So we have to instill that in them individually. That's our job as parents. Hard job may it be, but yeah, we got to put that in them because some of them ain't got that. So, but in the process of getting to the bag, as I was talking to my cousin, I said that our kids have to realize, and the parents right now have to realize, that you're managing a brand. You're managing a brand. So when you talk about NIL deals, and when you talk about how much Ohio State spent on their roster, you have to realize that this playing field is being equaled out everywhere. So it's, as I speak about this in the realm of I'm going to talk about this in the realm of a football player, but I want you to think outside of that. My homeboy daughter is a beast at gymnastics. A lot of these young girls are beasts at flag football, softball, EA Sports, gaming. You can get NIL deals for gaming now, man. My brother called me excited about that. The professor's talking to us now, man. You can get NIL deals for gaming. And it's just, okay, when you thinking about, okay, let's get to the bag, first you have to realize that you're operating a brand. We all listen to people say, oh, this is my brand. No, your brand is in your household. So manage the brand, because these deals are just like rap artist contracts. And when you dealing with a rap artist contract, it's who got the best groundwork. They got the best negotiation. I can negotiate for you better if you already got the followers and the views, and you already got the deal over here, and you already handled your fiscal responsibilities over here. The negotiation goes up for you. We can do things differently. So when we talk about managing the brand, like the brand is in your household. Get your kids to understand this. What you put on social media. Trademark those nicknames. Trademark those nicknames. Trademark those social media pages. Control your content. Control your content with your children. Control and trademark your content with your children. I'm going to give y'all a little piece of game, right? Anybody know me, y'all know I got a grandson, 7 years old, damn near 5 feet tall, is going to be a giant. When I talk about trademark, when he hit high school or whatever he go to, his nickname's going to be on his jersey. Because that's what we going with this here, because guess what? His name, his likeness, his images are going to be branded. We learned this with Shamar. Me and shout out to Brother Donnie, man. Brother Donnie down, man. Man, he caught a little bug. So y'all should keep my brother up, man. But we learned that with Shamar, man. Whereas we're getting in the family. I ain't gonna say, well, I'm a part of the family. I can say weird shit. Moms and pops took me in, man. I'm with it. We're getting letters with cease and desist about a picture that was taken by a photographer. So now put yourself in the mind state of somebody sending you a letter to tell you you can't share a picture of your child. So we go fix that. When that ain't gonna happen no more. That you get bumped on your head. You don't keep doing. You don't keep getting bumped on your head. We're gonna change that. So it's all in managing a brand. Manage the brand. Bring the brand up. Get the brand more credibility. These NIL, the brand. You technically you can get your child an NIL deal, Little League. Sam made 19 years old. This young kid Blaze, I don't know what his parents doing, but listen, I'd have been working NIL deals. Everything on his body would have been sponsored. We ain't paying for nothing. When he come out, whatever logo he paying, all that's sponsored, bro. Everything's sponsored, man. I'm talking about, man, I'm managing the brand, knowing how to approach these companies, setting up a strategy, getting up with people such as me and Donnie for consultations. We finna link out and branch out with and partner with another consultation forum. And another consultation firm, I'm sorry. And learn the landscape of what's really going on. Like if someone came and said, hey, we finna give y'all $50,000 NIL deal for your high school student. This check shouldn't be written in the parent's name. We should already have an LLC set up. We should have already had a proper procedure set up. We should already know that if our child is a student athlete and he's getting paid NIL, he may be responsible. If he playing for Ohio State, he may be responsible for Michigan taxes when he go play in Michigan. Or when they go play in Nevada, you might be responsible for, you know what I mean? You have to figure these things have to be in plan. These things doesn't have to come to a shop because we all talking about getting to the bag and it's right here in our face. is right here in our face, and the talent of our children, we're not harnessing it. We're sitting back and we more worried about going to the game and looking cute. Shout out to the Lakewood High School football parents. So, manage the brand. Get to the bag. Get to the bag. So, what do I mean get to the bag? Understand this, young man, young lady. If I'm going to give you my money to represent my brand, I'm going to do some homework on you. I'm going to do some homework on you. I'm going to look into what's going on with you. I might even dig even further and look into your family members and other people's, but I'm going to look. So now you got your Snapchat where you sitting here holding some cash with a joint hanging out your mouth. I'm not going to give you my money. Not going to give you my money. If I see your page and I see posts that are just detrimental, I'm not going to give you my money. And this is the way some of these brands think. So you have to protect the brand at all times. This is how you get to the bag. Once you get the bag, you have to fulfill your fiscal responsibilities. This is how you get more bag. Hey, we settled this contract. Let's renegotiate. We ain't finna learn long-term nothing. Okay, y'all gave us 50. We'll see y'all next year. We need 50 times 3. Yeah, let's up the ante. Get to the bag, man, and get a full understanding of what's going on around us. It's not just about sports. It's not just about physical attributes. It's also very, very, very much so about content creation. I taught a class with some kids on content creation, and it was amazing the work that they were doing and what they were coming up and how I wish I had more time to work with them because I was only getting 1 day a week. But if I got 5 days, maybe 10 days, man, with 5 consecutives, I think we could have really, really, really caused some damage. The monetization of your videos, the monetization of YouTube, the monetization of your content, y'all be hating, man. And although when I seen my dog at the Lakewood game, he act like he had never met me before, but it's all gravy. But I seen BJ, Nigga News 9, went viral because he had a video where he was, acting like he sleep or he was asleep or whatever, and his kids cut his hair off. So y'all don't realize what dude just did? This man been monetized before we was talking about monetizing. So wow, y'all hating. Y'all be hating. All right, let's flip the script, man. Let's get into some stories, man. Let's get into some news. I'm gonna hit some news real quick, man. Then I got a couple more things I want to hit, man. Unemployment. Why they waiting on their unemployment check? Who out there is having issues with unemployment? I'm coming across stories, news articles, and it is prevalent because it's happened to me. So what has been happening with unemployment, y'all? I guess I'll put this as the top of my segment. You get what you vote for. What's happening with unemployment? we had two major disasters in the St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay area. A lot of St. Pete Beach residents like lost their jobs. My son was out of work for almost 3 or 4 months. He couldn't even go back to work. At least 2 months, I think. When my contract ended with the Urban League, I had a brief time apply for unemployment, man. It ain't tax season yet, man. I'm finna, yeah. So, boom. I applied for unemployment. I'm stuck in a crew because I'm applying, but I don't know what to do. You just get there, you stuck and you waiting, right? So the first thing they hit me with was the identity thing. So I had to go through the FFIRE thing, prove my identity, link the ID me, boom, boom, take care of all of this here. Pushed it through. They did that. They opened it up. They said, okay, now apply for your weeks. They made me apply for about 7 weeks. They paid me for 1 week and then shut it back down and put it back under identity thing. So the thing about the identity thing, if you call them, you can't get nobody on the phone. The only way to get somebody on the phone for unemployment, I'm finna give you the game if you got a problem, if you have this problem. This is how you get somebody on the phone. You have to call them at 7:30 a.m. and get a call back. And you'll probably get a call back about 4 to 5 hours later. That's how you get them on the phone. But other than that, you stuck to try to figure out how to do these things with their website because you'll get this recording. Boop, 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 click. Once you hear that man voice, y'all like to know what I'm talking about. Once the man come on, you know you dead. So get paid once, they put me back in the FFIRE. I had to do the whole identity thing over, but I already had the ID me, so I just linked it all over again. Boom. Nothing happened. Call them. 7:30 in the morning, wait on the call back. 2 separate times. Oh, well, let me see if I can get my supervisor, somebody to look at this, put you on hold and hang up. It's what you get what you vote for, y'all. So ironically, out of all of this that's happening to me, right? Dude come here to get his taxes done. Tell me in detail the same things happen to him. Now we got articles about how it's happening to people in St. Pete Beach. So it's why around the system is broken, and the government of the state of Florida is failing its citizens. Y'all remember, get what you vote for. When the disaster happened, the then sitting president and vice president came to offer relief to Florida, which was denied by our governor because he didn't want the Democrats to get no recognition for helping us as the citizens of the state of Florida, which is finna really, really, really backfire because our agricultural economy is finna crack because of the cold. The frost, the crops are dying. This is what hold a lot of Florida up is crops, Florida fruit. So he denied the help. He said he didn't want to talk to Kamala. Remember? That would have been us getting funds, bro. Like this would have been us getting stipends. Us actually getting money from FEMA. And I happen to file for an SBA loan. So this is, unemployment, man. You going through it, just stay the course, pimpin'. Stay the course, pimpin'. Stay the course. Cause it's tough out there. So check this out, y'all. I know my brother Donnie, we talked about this, and he's subscribing into, Love who you choose. And I subscribe to, because I'm telling my son this right now. I'm on his head, y'all. I subscribe to, if you go through all that drama, you might well go through it with a black woman. That's what I subscribe to. But shout out to Young Jeezy, y'all, who ex-Jeannie Mai called the police in a fight because she was outside his Georgia home. So now you got baby mama drama because you was trying to avoid the sisters. I don't think that's the reason, but I'm just gonna add that in there. Yeah, man. Jeannie Mai left some belongings, Grammys, and stuff like that at the Hive, and Jesus say, I'll put your stuff in the box. You know what I'm saying? You come pick it up, but he like, man, I don't want her roaming around my house because it's another woman in here, which ain't none of her business for real now. But that's allegedly because I'm adding that in. But Jesus say, man, I don't want her roaming around my house, man, unattended. Like she don't want to come just get the box. She want to come and go through the house and choose. And I don't know the terms of the divorce, but he like, man, I don't know. She might be trying to plant. She trying to ruin my career, so she might be trying to plant listening devices. I don't want her in my house. I don't want her in my house like that. And I might have to agree with him, but I still say, brother, of all these sisters out here, if you was gonna go that route, man, if you was gonna go through the drama, you should have been, listen here. You should have just went through it with the sister, brother. That's all. That's it. I'm sorry if sorry if, you know what I mean? If that is offensive. But so speaking of doing it with a sister, I was thinking about it. There wasn't no particular reason why I was thinking about it. Shout out to my wife. We are just like any other couple. And like I said, it wasn't no particular reason why I thought about this, but it's kind of like something that we don't do. And I was just thinking about, I think like the phrase that was in my head was like, some things you say can change the way how you made me feel. And when I was saying this, I was thinking about, some people in relationships, like I don't succumb to this. I'm not into this. I promise you. And we're human. We do argue. But I'm not into the bees and hoes and the name calling and disrespectful things. That is not effective argument. I'm not into saying trying to bring up things to see who can hurt whoever feelings the most. And I think that's something that's in our relationships that's crazy. Oh, okay. I do remember where I came with this from. So y'all mind me, I'm a Gemini, I'm jumping. But this is where I came with this from, because I actually came with it from an argument that I had with the I ain't gonna say the pharmacist, I guess the pharmacist tech at Walgreens on 54 South. And I had went there. I had just kind of switched over there from CVS. And I don't know what the complete interaction was. But I'm like, she in the speaker cussing me out like I peed in the bed last night. And I'm looking at the screen like, what the and I had to tell her, I said, listen, lady, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm not that soft ass dude you sleep with. Man, I don't know what you going through. But then I realized was her calling herself snapping on a black man is, it's a normality. It might be something that they do in their relationship. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? It ain't even that I'm a black. I'm a customer. Like you, I'm here getting my prescription. You cussing me out like literally like I owe you child support and I don't even know you. Like you going in and I'm like, and I had to go back. But that whole series came back into my head because, and it's, like I said, I'm a Gemini, ride with me. This all goes with the customer service, right? That whole series come back to my head because I went to pick up my eye drops from Walgreens last night and I just changed insurance and I was thinking like, man, I should go back to CVS. I wonder if I can go back to CVS and get my prescription. And I started realizing like, why would I want to go back to CVS? And it wasn't because it was just CVS in general. It was because of the customer service I got when I was going to the downtown CVS. When I used to live downtown, I was through the pandemic. The people in there was really nice. One of the black ladies in there used to always ask me about the radio show, ask me about, the things we doing in the community. It was a very, just the customer service. And then for me to switch to that and go to Walgreens and get cussed out, in one of my first encounters was kind of, crazy to me, but the customer service aspect stood out to the point where I thought about this years later. And I thought about it in the aspect where I'm finna leave Walgreens. And this was one incident. Everything after that's been fine. But that customer service, for our black owned business, that customer service still drew me back. So that, that was kind of like the whole thing where I got with the relationships. I just let y'all know about my brain. Who went to the Martin Luther King parade? Shout out to my team, man. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. If y'all ain't see our live stream of the Martin Luther King parade, we did all 19 and a half hours. We was out there live on the set with nothing other than Brother Jabbar. Yeah, we did a live stream at the parade. I kind of enjoyed the parade. It was a lot of gaps. Just could have been more organized, but I'm a purveyor of something different. And I think I said this last year also is there needs to be an increased budget. Let me phrase this how I really want to phrase it. As the black community of St. Petersburg, the Martin Luther King parade is the culture of St. Petersburg as we know it. And it's paramount that we bring back the essence of Martin Luther King parade to where it needs to be and where it used to be at and where it should have grown to throughout the years. Why is that paramount? Because when I say the Martin Luther King parade is the culture of St. Pete, this is the only thing that people outside of the city of St. Pete really know St. Pete for. Like, they fight. No, people from South Carolina, North Carolina, California, Las Vegas, they know St. Pete because of the Martin Luther King parade. When we was going to parade, people used to travel here from all states. It was a very big parade. Dr. Paul Bearer coming down 9th Street. Oh, hey, man, we bring it back. I want to be Dr. Paul. I want to be Dr. Paul Bearer, y'all. All right, cool. Segue. But that's the essence and culture of St. Petersburg. And it's so paramount that we figure out what we need to do to protect the culture of our city Because now, as in present day, the culture of St. Petersburg is the Pride Parade. That's what people know St. Pete for now, y'all. There's nothing wrong with it. I ain't got no problem with them. I got a problem with us. Problem number one. Why are we going down First Avenue South and not going down Central Avenue? I seen Brother John say, let's just bring it back down 9th Street, which I agree. But I also feel that why Martin Luther King Parade can't go down Central, if all of us can put on strap-ons and run down Central and it don't be no problem. I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm just speaking the truth. If we can come out here with plastic and go on Central and park a trailer to give away free beer, why can't the Martin Luther King Parade go down Central? Now, if the businesses on Central Avenue don't want us on Central Avenue, then we need to really, really dig into what's going on in our city. Because we finna redevelop downtown, right? So who we developing it for? The businesses that don't want us, our kind down there? Y'all gonna take our money and do this? Because we ain't got no state. We can't even do our parade. Man, listen. You can get a permit and have a hopscotch tournament, man, down the middle of Central Avenue, man, St. Petersburg. They'll block the whole street off, serve what you want to serve. Just get a permit, man. We can have an all-out hopscotch tournament, man. Chalk out the road. But we can't have the Martin Luther King Parade coming down Central. Which is, if y'all don't want our money, that's cool. But don't want our, let's really just separate the economy of it from it right now. Like, let us not support y'all at all. Not just doing Martin Luther King Parade and build our economy south for y'all. Because we see what the play is with y'all. I also feel like somebody still need to let me know, shout out to Albany State, because it was reported that their hotel that they were staying in told them that they didn't want no HBCU students to stand at their hotel. Imagine you go in there and book a room for you and your family. One room costs y'all $200-300 a night. Then imagine I go in there and book a room for 50 children. So now I got almost a whole floor. I done this before. I done paid for a whole floor, amenities. I got rooms for chaperones in the hallways all night long. And y'all tell us y'all don't want us there after we done spent all our money? So anybody know the hotel that Albany State stayed at? You know what I mean? Cool. I'm not going to put no negativity around. I don't want to put no negativity around the parade because it's actually a great event this year. And I'm going to label it a great event because of one, you got a lot of determinations, but for one thing, it was no violence, which is another fallacy, a false precept that people put around the Martin Luther King Parade. Oh, he been going down on 9th Street. To my recollection, RIP to those that are no longer here, but those that got murdered during Martin Luther King Parade did not happen on 9th Street. It happened after the set, so the celebration has actually been non-violent for years. So shout out to the people. I think that we need to really dig into get us a better budget, get us a better team of individuals running the program. I think they need to bring in another team for logistics. One thing about building a team, y'all, just because you part of the circle don't mean you know what the hell you doing. In this particular aspect, yeah, you might be an expert over here, but in this particular aspect, that don't mean you know what the hell you doing. Yeah, and that's part of being a team. You can't put the offensive lineman at wide receiver, man, and expect to go downfield. So we just need to reconfigure, get that budget together. We need to treat the participants of our parades better. This is the bands, and this is the actual people that are coming there to van for the parade. I heard there was a lot of miscommunication, also no communication at all. So, you know what I mean? We need to treat those. If somebody's bringing their children here and we have to feed them, it needs to be done right. If somebody's paying their fee to be in the parade, you need to have a team that's in full communication and letting them know what's going on. That's all. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Dan. I agree with you. Look, the hopscotch tournament would have drew 150,000 white people on Central, and everybody would have been open. They'd have just been on Central, been blocked off, barricaded. Hopscotch tournament, y'all. Central Avenue. Man. So, shout out to tax season, y'all. I'm gonna speak on this, and then I'm gonna jump out of here. But I gotta touch this here, right? Reason I gotta touch this is because last year, I was under contract with the national, the Pinellas County Urban League, and my position was an ACA navigator. So as an ACA navigator, it was my job to go out there and assist people in the community in filing for their insurance through the marketplace, healthcare.gov, assisting people in the community. I think we did an excellent job, had a wonderful team. So IRS season, a lot of people came in and applied for cash advances. I want to give y'all what I seen from my expert opinion, right? A lot of these cash advances were paid out. Yes, you got your cash advance because you filed for, you got your W-2, whatever, self-employed, you got your cash advance. But when the IRS opened and did their hub test, they kicked back a massive amount of returns. This is just not your tax preparer. It's just that, so don't be calling them people Sam McLaughlin. Just not your tax preparers. It was tax preparers around the United States. It was all of them. It was your tax preparer and your sisters too. Massive amount of returns came back for the 1095 healthcare forms. Boom. I got work to do. Literally. I have to call everybody, kind of text everybody, email everybody. I try to use every avenue I can to contact people to let them know, hey, man, let's get these forms. Boom, 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 boom. Massive text. All my AI features. I'm running it up because I'm trying to get this information out. Let's get this together, y'all. Now, it's some people that went and say, hey, man, okay, I got it. Boom, I got it. I'm going to take care of it. I got it. I found it. I logged in. Oh, it was in the mail. Oh, I did this. I had to reset my account. I found it. Then it was just some people who was like, Oh, I ain't have no health insurance. Okay, hold on. Let's stop. So you mean you ain't have no health insurance, man? Oh no, I ain't have no health insurance. So you went through the whole year last year. You ain't see one doctor. Not one, for no particular reason. Okay, off of that, y'all. So yeah, 1095 healthcare forms. You need those forms to file for your taxes. Your school credit, those school forms. If you have a student that's in college, trade school, a child that you're still claiming, those school forms, those 1098T forms are very important because they can be worth a minimum $1,000 worth of credit. Gambling wages. Wait on these tax forms, y'all. I understand. My statement was that financial hardship is prejudice to no one. But we're gonna have to slow up because it don't want to become an issue where you're filing your taxes and you're not claiming all the credits that you're supposed to claim to get what you to get your fair amount, and for two, you're filing and not reporting things, and it causes an issue. Because in this business, regardless of what happens and how it goes down, it's the tax preparer's fault. And we go ask y'all to let's be adults. So if my fault, I'm gonna ask you to be adult. Part of being an adult. My cousin called me, right? She said, hey man, I might send my sister you. She get on my nerves, so my cousin do her taxes. She do taxes, but she like, I'm gonna send my sister to you because she getting on my nerves and I ain't got time for it. So we talk about it. The same one I was talking to about her son with the NIL deal. So we talk about it, and she was saying that, she was self-employed. She braided hair, but, she asked her to, do her receipts for the year because she didn't keep good paperwork. So she asked her to do her receipts for the year so that she will be in compliance with the IRS and giving her the self-employment. And her sister, like, she ain't had time for this. Now I'm taking a long, deep dive look at us as a people, right? Mind state, y'all. Mind state. She said she got her back about 6,500. I don't know the amount. So let's say $6,000. Mind state. So if you can sit and braid somebody's hair for 2 to 8 hours for $200, $300, $400, what in your mind state said that I won't sit down and write out my receipts for 1, possibly 2 hours for $6,000? What in your mind state said that I'll go do 40 hours a week of work for whatever says wage? You'll work for 40 hours a week. If you work for 40 hours a week, is it $6,000? You should have spent that 40 hours working on your tax situation. Why you didn't get paid last year? Did you get the letters? Did you contact the IRS? I don't want to call them. You don't want to sit on the phone for $6,000? $40 hours a week. That's crazy. So This is 160 hours in a month, right? Still ain't up to $6,000. Hopefully you are. 160 work hours in a month. And you'll do that, perform these services at whatever job that you have, but you won't take 1 to 3 hours to do what's necessary to get $5,000 to $6,000 from the IRS. And this just don't portray to her situation. It portrays to a lot of situations. Like people come, oh, I didn't get paid last year. My number don't change. I'm not like the rest of them. I'm here every Thursday. I'm in my shop every day. You could have called me. You could have went to, even if you couldn't call me, you could have went to somebody else would have helped you get your money. You had to take the time. So when you call somebody and they say, hey, okay, well, I need you to do this, and this, in your mind state, you talking about, oh, well, why you can't do it for me? No, this is your tax return. I can't call the people and talk on behalf of you. I can't call and perform your business duties for you. That's your job. Now, you can take a whole 160-hour work month and deal with this to get $6,000. Wouldn't even take you that long. I promise you to take you most IRS issues. It'll take you maybe a good 1 to 2 months to figure everything out, get everything submitted, and then it'll take you another 90 to 180 days to get that issue paid out. And if you did business with your tax preparer, whatever them people ask you for in the letter, your tax preparer should be able to provide that. Whatever they ask you for, he should be able to provide it. It's that simple. So, I'm doing we're gonna branch off into I was gonna do a segue podcast, focusing on, building money and health. And I have to really, really target men's health because I said I was going to do it, but then I didn't do it. And I want to say RIP to my little homie, man. My little homie J5, man. We did it together in Edgefield, South Carolina. I say my little homie because he was a youngster that came on the compound and I was a little bit older than him. My little homie passed away from cancer. I got the call during the parade, right before the parade. I got the call the morning of the parade. I got the call, and it kind of hit me because I kind of give this man credit for saving my life, and it wasn't that he did nothing physical to save my life. It was the fact that he came to this prison in a time where I had been down for a minute, and I was really dealing with just being angry and bitter and grumpy all the time about being down. And J5 just played too damn much. He's just one of them people, like, you're not going to be in a bad mood around him. So even with him having cancer, he been had cancer. And when I call my dog, he always jovial. He always joking, laughing. We kiki and kaka. And when my homeboy called me and told me, he was like, well, why he ain't say nothing? I'm like, bro, Fi the type of person that ain't go say nothing. He ain't go say, man, I've been sick. You know what I mean? I ain't been feeling good. That's not him. He's going to act like, he's good. he's good. Like, because he's the type of person that I'm good. And I respect that. So that kind of hit me because, man, we got to take care of our health, man. I want to say Five definitely wasn't 40. He definitely wasn't 40 yet. And we consciously and unconsciously pay for health care out of our checks and salaries bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, it come right out your check. You don't even pay no attention to it. But we won't take the time to go get blood work, to go get a physical, to go get tested to see if you have cancerous cells in your body. We have to take care of ourselves. I'm gonna end it on this because the way I look at it, bro, I got grandkids. I want my grandkids to experience how great a man their granddaddy is versus them looking at a wall and somebody telling them the stories. So it's about longevity, bro. It's about long game. It's about taking care of yourself. And it's about being there to nurture those other generations, bro. I got a lot of game, man. Just think of the game, boy, that I'm finna put on those grandkids and them great grandkids, man. It's King Jab. I'm out of here. Thank y'all for the listening ear. We out.
AM St. Petersburg 99 Jams.
Gospel lovers, are you ready for some church? The Angels Gospel Show is back with a bang. Bringing to you gospel with live interviews, scriptures, inspirational topics, inspirational events, and hot gospel music of all types.